Meanwhile, in Tupac news,
The shooting of Tupac Shakur once again underscores the violence that has surrounded this man since he shot the superstar.
People pulled up, opened fire. Shakur and knife.
Tupac Shakur was shot several times in the chest. Shakur was pronounced dead.
MAKAVELI in this Illuminati, all through your body. The blows like a 12-gauge shot. Feel me?
Till the week, what we do, buck 'em down, world life. Each and every individual insight.
My life seriously, keep it real continuous. Before I slip into blackness, I prepare for combat.
Tupac called us. It's like, yo, this Pop. I just came home. Third, I want to do this album with y'all, man. Word up.
Neck to neck in the cemeteries. Wow. Funeral homes, brothers, moms on brothers. One day we gon' all be there, smoking, getting high, building dreams, making shit reality. Where's that family at? Niggas say one love, fuck one love, nigga, one nation. Now it's time for retaliation, perpetrating, get your punish. How could you cross the nigga that put food inside your stomach? Watch me, point the pussy out the ground, time to pay for. Past the stresses, never learn your lessons in this deadly war.
Now, at one point, Boot Camp and Biggie and Junior Mafia had issues. You think that Tupac kind of picked y'all because y'all kind of had issues with Biggie too?
Petty MCs who claim they got gats, frontin' with hoes and videos with pimp hats. But the
beef came, it was over a video that we had.
fear, oh yeah, y'all niggas over there, y'all be frontin', claiming y'all own a gun, but when you see us, you run.
It wasn't really even Biggie. Somebody who was really close to Biggie, okay? They felt the way about it.
Only Gab can do it like this. Yo, YouTube, what up? It's your homie Gab, I'm in the building. And this is MAKAVELI Media. Shout outs to the BDI MC, Buckshot Shorty, you know what I mean? And the whole boot camp clique. And the boot camp, that was my crew in the 90s, y'all. Definitely rock with the boot camp. All the way from Black Moon down to Helter Skelter, to OGC, to Smith & Wesson, you name it. I rock with all of that. Yes, sir. Now, during the interview with Vlad, DJ Vlad asked Buckshot an important question that I think flew over a lot of people's heads. He asked Buckshot straight up, do you think Tupac picked y'all to be part of his One Nation movement, that One Nation album, because, like him, you had a beef with Biggie? And that's a crucial comment. Crucial on a lot of levels. Because if you don't know the history, you don't see where Vlad was going with that. Tupac was smart, man. And it's a saying that I say a lot, that you may hear a lot, but it's true. An enemy of my enemy is my friend. Now, Biggie is from Brooklyn. Biggie was the crown don of Brooklyn. Yes, sir, he was. You can't take nothing from him as an MC. He was the proud son of Bed-Stuy, right? You got Buckshot and all them dudes from Bucktown, from Brooklyn, right up the street from Biggie. Their whole crews know each other, the boot camp clique to Junior Mafia. Strange Wonder from OGC thought Biggie bit his line on the song, you can be as good as the best of them or as bad as the worst, so don't test me. But don't test me, my bad. Right? So, in his video, he had the fake Biggie.
But fear, oh yeah.
And
y'all niggas over there,
my
y'all
man
be frontin', claiming y'all own a gun, but when you
kicked
see
him
us, you run.
in the ass and shoved him off the stage. You know what I mean? And it started a little war, man. Junior Mafia got with Strange Wonder, man, and beat him up a little bit. You know what I mean? And so you got this civil war going on, you know, between certain posses in Brooklyn over this one act. You know, Biggie didn't take disrespect lightly, and the boot camp clique, by all accounts, you know, was a serious clique as well, and you got friction. Along comes MAKAVELI the Don, who's going through his own situation with Biggie. And, you know, he in the middle of his West Coast ride, and he getting at it with a couple of New York MCs. And he finally ready to divide and conquer. Not just to squash the East-West beef, but, you know, to take it over. He had already took over, you know, the West Coast. For sales, he had took over hip-hop, period, in 1996. But he wanted to solidify it and make it official, where he was going to plant that flag on the East and West Coast. You know, that's why they was talking about opening Death Row East. So now he out recruiting MCs. And he had everybody from the Goody Mob to Bone Thugs to Greg Nice to, you know, the boot camp clique. He had so many different acts he was putting on that One Nation album. But it was a movement. It was more than just an album, you know, and it never got to be. So a lot of people don't realize this, though, but, man, the whole boot camp clique caught a lot of hell because they decided to ride with Pac. You know, you hear like certain members of the groups and the whole boot camp clique was saying that, you know, they became like untouchable after that. Like dudes looked at them like traitors because they had, you know, Pac had reached out to them and they was like, yeah, you know, we dug Pac. Matter of fact, a member of Smith & Wesson had shouted Tupac out when Pac was locked up. And Tupac heard it, and he reached out to them. So, you know, the feeling was neutral. They was fans of each other's music, you know, and it only made sense. Buckshot said Pac reached out to him, boom. They got on the plane. He reached out to him on a Friday. They was in the air then in L.A. by Saturday. Pac let them stay at his house. They recorded music. They recorded a lot of songs together. Matter of fact, one version of the recordings was supposed to come out on Duck Down, which is the Boot Camp Click's label. They were supposed to put out an album as well. But, you know, what happened to Tupac it just ruined everything, man. It ruined so much. So much potential was not only swirling around Tupac, but, you know, he was trying to catapult a lot of different things, man. Like I said, the whole vibe, the whole movement, all that stuff died with Pac. You know, Pac had a great mind, and he was trying to put the wheels in motion for something much bigger than what we had. You know, he was a strategist, man. It wasn't just hip hop. You know, Tupac was saying that, you know, he was the future because he was East Coast and West Coast. So he wanted dudes to be able to move like that, so with no boundaries. And, you know, that's how he was doing it. And it's just a shame that everything was cut short that night, in September. But yeah, Biggie had a problem with the boot camp clique. And, you know, they got blackballed. Puffy got a lot of juice. You know, even when Tupac was gone, you know, after that, man, boot camp clique wasn't getting no love but on underground circuits. You know, no radio play. They wasn't getting radio play anyway like that. but they, was getting banned from the radio stations, and it was a mess, man. And I think, somebody like Puffy had enough power to do that. But it stemmed from the beef with Biggie, and it also stemmed from standing with Tupac. So one other thing, man, I want to touch on real fast before I get up out of here. You hear Buckshot saying that Biggie wasn't even really tripping. Like, Biggie did what he was going to do.
They felt the way.
Say what he was going to say. But when they made that video on No Fear, when they had the fake Biggie getting kicked off the stage, he said Biggie wasn't even tripping. He said it was one of Biggie's homeboys in the Clik that had a problem with it. And he said he didn't want to come out and say who, because the beef is so old and, and so, exaggerated at this point that he wanted to just leave it alone. But the hip-hop purists such as myself wanted to know, and in the same interview, he kind of like gave it up. You kind of knew who he was talking about. It's no big surprise. He was talking about Little C's, man. C's was Biggie's right hand, almost like Biggie's apprentice. C's loved Big, man. So, even if Big wasn't tripping, I'm sure C's took it a certain kind of way. Like, what'd he say? I know them cats. I went to school with Duke. You know what I mean? Buckshot and C's and all of them know each other. You feel me? So he definitely said C's wanted an apology, and the whole boot camp clique wasn't going to give him the apology he was looking for. So, static, conflict. But it's a good question, though, man. Other than the fact that, yes, the whole boot camp clique was dope. They were dope. Let's get that out the way. But I know for a fact Tupac had to really like the fact that they was having problems with Biggie too.
Videos with pimp hats, but fear,
and that's one of the reasons why he made it part of the team. Like I said, other than, of course, he loved their music. How could he not? They shouted him out. They showed him love. So how could he not want to show them some love back? And they don't like his enemy. Oh boy, yeah. Yeah, we could do this. That's how Pac was looking. Let's do this. I need y'all to do me a favor. I need you guys to share and like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, MAKAVELI Media. I'm your homie Gab. I'm signing off. Tupac forever, y'all. Tupac for life. I'm about to hit y'all with the peace.
Niggas say one love, fuck one love, nigga, one nation. Now it's time for retaliation, perpetrating, get your punish. How could you?